So what do you got there, Tom? What is that?
Okay, here it is. This is a edition of Morrissey's Kitchen, and we're in Tommy's kitchen. I'm obviously not Morrissey, but he's behind the camera, and he'll be helping me. Hello. He'll be helping me throughout the whole process. What we got here is some pork shoulders, no bone.
We're making sausage today,
We're making
right?
sausage, and here's one that's unopened. Here's another one.
Okay.
These will become sausage. These will become sausage in the next 3-4 hours, something like that.
All right.
And we're going to start by chopping.
I see the garlic there.
We got garlic. That'll be part of the whole deal. There's a whole little bit of spice up.
How sharp is that knife?
It's pretty sharp. You know, I've used it a lot, so it's gotten duller. I need to bring it somewhere probably to sharpen it again, but it's a pretty good knife. Germans make the best knives.
All right.
And I can't remember exactly what brand it's called. Henkel's.
Henkels.
So, yeah, this is a good knife.
Das Henkel cooked.
So basically, a strip like this is a little too big still. So all of this meat has got to be chopped into strips like this guy here looks pretty good. This one's a little too big still. It's got to go into the grinder, and the grinder is only so big. So, pieces like that right there. Mm-hmm. All of this meat has got to be cut into strips just like this. And what we'll actually do is we'll probably freeze it a little bit to harden it up. The colder everything is, the easier it is to grind and make sausage. So this is the beginning. Here's it. This is where it starts. So after probably 20 minutes of chopping, we'll be ready to start grinding sausage. And that's the first part.
All right.
See you in a little bit. Do it again. There we go. The button's not working.
Okay, so we're making andouille sausage. Supposedly this is Emerald Lagasse's recipe. What do we got here? Black pepper. Paprika.
Filet powder. It's got
Gumbo filet. What is this?
It's got like sassafras root. It's pretty rare.
Don't you sassafras me.
Okay.
Garlic powder. Onion powder. Cumin. Cayenne, spicy. And oregano. Here's all the meat I chopped up. Stay tuned. Everybody say hello to Ziti. 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 Ziti says, don't put me in that sausage. Oh yeah. Nothing beats listening to Ozzy, drinking horny goat watermelon wheat, and combining spices together.
Yeah, little andouille.
Look at this contraption here.
There we go. It's going to start to happen. This is the grinder.
Some grinding.
The grinder, and this is how sausage is made.
All right.
You want to make sure you get this screw in there good. You'll notice the Ozzy in the background.
Yes.
And you got to make sure it's tight. You don't want this coming off on you during the process.
No, that'd be bad.
In the middle of the grinding, you're going to want to check and make sure you retighten it.
So you're going to put the casing on this end here?
Casing's a different deal. That'll be this later on. We'll get the casing part. We're just grinding right now.
Okay.
So, I don't know if we're plugged in.
Actually.
Okay, we're going to start the grinding part.
All right.
We're at setting 4 on your normal KitchenAid with the grinder attachment. Make sure everything's tight like we talked about. Setting 4. Setting 4 it is. We start putting it in. Now we froze this a little bit so it's hardened up. We froze this too. You want everything to be frozen. Alright? We put them in. These are nice chunks. Perfect size.
There it comes.
There it is. I use the coarse setting. There's 2 different little grinders. I use the coarse one.
Okay.
They're a little bit more bite, a little bit more bigger chunks. And it's starting to happen. It's going real smooth at first. It's not clogged up at all. You push it down a little.
Shove it in there.
Yep, there it goes. See it? Look at it happen. We're making sausage, guys. This is how it goes.
Now, when do you put the spices in?
After it's all ground.
Okay.
Yep. So, here we go. Fun stuff. Yeah, it looks good. This is good.
So after this, we're going to show the whole process of casing and how to tie them off and
we're going to do the whole deal.
The whole thing.
The whole deal.
Sausage from scratch.
Yeah, it's just a fun Friday night project.
Absolutely.
As you're doing this, you're going to get different types of meat. You see some of them are darker and some of them are lighter. You get some fat, no fat. You want to, every so often, mix it up a little bit. Just mix it up a little bit. You want this sausage to be homogenized throughout, you know?
Homogenized.
Right, you want a good product. You know, you don't want one piece to taste different than the other. And the other thing is, this is pretty clean looking sausage, but every so often you get a piece that has a little gray in it. I don't know if I can find one. This looks pretty good actually, but every so often there's a little piece of gray. Mm-hmm. There's one kind of here. You can see.
What is the gray?
It's garbage. It's like they call it the gray. You want to get that out of there.
All right.
Get that out of there. Whenever you see it, I don't see too much of that, which is great. Which means we have a nice piece of meat here. So
pork, the other white meat.
Right. And you can see the fat. Don't get rid of fat when you make sausage. You want at least 20% fat. Okay. It cooks out a lot of it. It's the flavor. You want that fat in there. So we're doing pretty good. You see, none of the fat's trimmed. A piece like this is mostly fat. And you know, some pieces are lean, but yeah, you want that all in there. So we're doing good. This is going very well.
Awesome. Tommy's homogenizing the spices. There's got to be like, what,
so
12 different spices in there?
Wow, jeez.
Good amount, right?
A lot.
Yeah. Listen to some Billy Joel.
Yeah, we're on to Billy Joel. Slow it down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fun colors here. A lot of reds in there because the color of the sausage. Mm-hmm. And
it's going to be spicy.
It's going to be spicy. We went heavy-handed with the peppers.
Yes.
Both the cayenne and the red pepper flake, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
You do these sausage, you want it to be spicy.
Right.
Okay, we got all the spices here. Now it's time to start mixing the spices into the meat. Now this isn't a do or die. We got a lot of spices, and we got like a recipe here. It's Emil Lagassi's recipe, by the way, for andouille sausage, which I.
What's he say? Bam!
Bam, yeah. So we do bam, you know, and
we're better than him.
Yeah, sure. It's not a do or die. We kind of have like 4 times what the recipe called for, so we kind of made 4 times the spices. Mm-hmm. We're tasting it. Put it in. You don't have to put it all in. What we're going to do is we're going to put some of it in. We're going to start mixing it about. I got different bowls here, so it can kind of go through. It's easier to mix this way. So, you know, you mix it out, and then you grab another handful like that. So, put another spoonful like that. And what we'll do is, I'll probably use like 2/3 of this, and then I'll take a little chunk after it's mixed in real good, and grill it on the stovetop real quick.
Okay.
And taste it.
Right on.
Make sure it's what you want it to taste like. If it's real strong, you might want to stop adding spices.
Right.
Not strong enough, you want it a little heavier, use the rest of your seasonings.
Sounds good.
Dummy proof this a little bit. So that's where we're at now. So I'm going to mix this up pretty good. You really want it mixed in real well. And, you know, you work it. Obviously.
Work it, Tommy.
Yeah. And, theoretically, this is supposed to marinate for about 24 hours before you cook it. Emerald has a little video where he does this, and he lets this, before he stuffs it, he lets it sit for 24 hours. We're not going to cook it right away. I'm going to put it in the casing. It can marinate while it's in the casing. It's, you know, it's raw meat. It's not getting cooked yet. There's no real difference. Make sure you get to that bottom of that bowl.
Get down there.
Because, yeah, they like to just kind of sit at the bottom, the dried spices. And you'll see the meat starting to change color already, you know?
I do.
See how that's a lot lighter. So we're going to get some of our color now. I have paprika and the cayenne. They give it nice color. Andouille sausage is usually more reddish.
Give it a kick.
When you smoke it, it becomes even more red, almost pink sometimes. Depends what kind of wood you use and how you smoke it.
Very nice.
All right, so.
Action.
Okay, it's important to test out your sausage and taste it. You know, we put about 2/3 of the spices in. We have a bowl of about 1/3 of them left. And it's like I said, it's not a do or die. So we're going to taste it and see if we need to add more. You don't want to fully encase your sausage and go through all this work and then grill it and go, this kind of sucks. It needs more spice. Mm-hmm. This is the time to correct that. So, good flavors. Good flavors. Ooh, some light heat. Some light heat.
Is it edible?
It's very edible.
More spice or less?
Maybe a little more. It's pretty heat. It's pretty heavy. It's got good flavors though.
Okay, my turn.